Come on.
Could it be hard times that strained my mind with situations that created complications in my life, like my father's past decisions and drug addictions, or my mother's death? I love your mom. What's next?
Yes.
Yes. We back.
I need to do some more of that shit.
Dude, what shit?
Just more music.
Oh, more music. You got to do more music.
I know.
Always.
I know.
If it's a passion, it should always be a passion.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I need to just make time. Make it happen. Make it happen, Captain.
All right, well, let's get straight into this. This is episode 8.
8, I think it is.
Episode 8 of Defy the Podcast. If you guys are
2
first
times 4.
listening, Steve, why don't you break down exactly what the Defy the Odds podcast is to you for someone who's first time checking us out?
What it is to me is just 2 regular motherfuckers shooting the shit, try to improve their lives, improve themselves, and then interviewing people that have, gone through struggles or have defied the odds in one way or another to, kind of get to a new chapter in their life or just a new point in time, I guess.
Pretty dope, pretty much. Talk about business, life, sneakers, culture, whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Whatever is on the top of mind.
And for today, we don't have no guest. Next week, we got one lined up. Maybe, possibly.
We got 0 lined up. We haven't even tried.
Well, we will try. We'll get someone for next week. It's only right. But for this week, I think a good overarching topic. Let's talk about some sneakers today.
Before we get into sneakers, let's talk about what we did over the weekend.
Okay,
and then
cool.
I do have a question for you that I want to get into because it just came to me today, and I want to have a conversation about it.
You had an epiphany.
That's what it is. So why don't you tell me what you did this weekend? I know you went to Detroit.
SneakerCon, yep. First time in Detroit. Probably be the last time. I don't ever need to go back. I mean, unless it's another sneaker. It's just, I don't know, man.
Is it still run down?
Pretty run down in the city. I mean, the highlight of it, like when I was thinking, like, what do I want to do in Detroit? Like, if I had time to do things in Detroit, what would I do?
Yep.
The biggest thing on my list was go to Mom's Spaghetti, which was, Eminem's restaurant.
Okay.
And just looking at it, kind of hearing, I seen like an ad on YouTube. I was like, oh, this shit's going to be ghetto.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
sure.
sure.
It was just as ghetto as I thought it was.
Okay.
Like the experience, like you literally, so it was actually in a nice, downtown Detroit, right across from the baseball stadium. It's literally this nice fancy restaurant. In the corner of a restaurant, it's a little box. And you have to like literally go outside through the window to like a carry out window, It was kind of like a carry out.
Was it called Mom's Spaghetti?
Mom's Spaghetti, yeah.
Okay.
It was good spaghetti, but it's kind of hard to fuck up some spaghetti.
Not really, but
I mean, my mom's not the best cooking. Her spaghetti.
See, I make amazing spaghetti, so I know there's levels to that shit for sure.
All right, cool, yeah. But just back to it, it was just like 4 or 5 seats inside, kind of like a little drive-through bodega vibe. You order your food outside, they give it to you outside. Meanwhile, it's raining, 40 degrees in Detroit.
Oh boy.
I mean, the highlight of the whole trip was just being in Arizona. It was about 95, 100 degrees. So being able to step away from the heat, and enjoy a little cool weather before it gets really hot out here was definitely a plus. The Mom's Spaghetti was a plus. But I mean,
any cool sneaker stores? You go any stores?
Oh yeah, we checked out a bunch of sneaker stores. But again, even like this like sneaker stores in Detroit, there wasn't one that I was like, oh, this is a top tier. Like, we need our Rejuvenator products in this store. Don't get it wrong. We checked out 5 to 6 stores.
Yeah, motherfuckers hustling.
Yeah. It's just, hustling. There was, I would say, one store downtown had a pretty nice location, probably out of all the stores. Other ones were kind of small, little mom and pop style sneaker shops. But yeah, shout out to everyone in Detroit who we ran into, met at SneakerCon, and made some good contacts. Hopefully, Rejuvenator coming to your stores in Detroit, fellas.
That's what I'd like to hear.
But you had a lot better weekend than I did.
I went to Rocky Point, Mexico.
Tell us about it.
So Rocky Point's in Mexico. It's a 4-hour drive from Phoenix.
Did you drive?
We drove. So my wife, my daughter, and I left Thursday. Met some friends down there. One of my buddies who I've known since I was 5, and his neighbor who's a cop. We showed up there at the Wrecked, they call it. And I haven't been there in about 5 years, and I used to go to Rocky Point somewhat regularly. It's a lot nicer, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot more spots. It's grown quite a bit. Even made me think, maybe I should buy a condo down here. But who knows if that needs to make sense financially before I go pulling that trigger. But it was fun, man. Yeah. I did fall off the wagon, but I knew that was going to happen, so I didn't
By
drink.
falling off the wagon, that's what you mean drinking, right?
Yeah.
We set intentions. So if you guys first time at listening to us, every week we set intentions for ourselves, pretty much to better ourselves and improve and only get better. Your intention was kind of like an ongoing intention not to drink for a whole month.
It's about 4 weeks ago. It was probably episode 3, I'm guessing, or 4. Set that intention, so I didn't drink until then. I knew that was going to be the case, so I went with those guys, and those motherfuckers like to drink beer.
How many cervezas did you have?
Honestly, I didn't even count, bro. But I honestly didn't even feel drunk because it's like water down there. I don't know. It just feels so much different drinking.
Just beer? Or were you drinking some tequila as
well?
No,
just you got to stick to the one thing. They were drinking beer. I mean, those motherfuckers must have put down at least 25 beers a day.
So what you drinking your beer choice? You out there drinking Coronas, Dos Equis?
No Coronas. It was a mixture of Dos Equis,
Tecate.
No Tecate, Modelo.
Okay, that's a good one.
All light beers.
Okay.
I mean, it was just, we went fishing, which was fun. Deep sea fishing. I was like a natural, just reeling them motherfucker, and I must have caught
what you catch?
12 fish. Sea bass, caught tiger fish. I think I caught a barracuda that we put back. We caught a shark that we put back.
Oh, a shark? But
baby shark.
Baby
shark. But it was a lot of fun.
So when you were fishing, did you guys like jump in the water to go swimming around you?
Nah.
Obviously, after catching that shark, you were like, fuck no, I'm not jumping in this
it's
water.
a little shark. We were also fishing off the bottom, so it's got an anchor, and you fish about 3 feet off the bottom of the ocean. So it's like 40 or 50 feet deep. But no, I did see a jellyfish floating by. So yeah, I'm not.
You don't want no one pissing on you?
Yeah, I decided not
right,
to.
if you get stung, isn't that what they say? Someone got to piss on you?
I don't know. Never done it.
Don't want to.
So yeah,
you caught the fish though. Is it like you said you threw them back? Were you throwing all the fish back?
No, we only threw a couple back. So the ones that were too small, we kept. Yeah, we did a fish fry and made fish tacos that night. We had a big ass. They cleaned them right there for us. It was
okay.
dope.
So that's what it is. Like you catch the fish and then you give it to the people and they like prep them for you and cut it up, or you had to cut the head off and do all that yourself.
No, dude, it's awesome. I didn't even have to bait it. Like they baited it, they pulled the fish off.
So you wasn't doing shit. You was just chilling.
I was drinking beer, dropping that motherfucker in the line, and waiting for it to bite, and then reeling it up.
There you go. Was your daughter out there fishing with you as well?
No. The girls, only one of the wives went with us, and then the other girls, my wife and Scott's wife, who's the cop, his wife, hung out with mine, and they took the kids out because we're the only two couples with kids.
And then what were they doing while the guys were fishing?
They just went to shop and drink a mango margarita. It was fun though, man. It was a good time. Good people. Weather was nice. 80 degrees, cool breeze. Yeah.
Highlight of the trip.
I mean, highlight of the trip was probably fishing, I would say. Yeah.
Was that your first time fishing?
First time doing that type of fishing.
That type of fishing.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah. No, it was fun. Yeah.
All right, so that was pretty much our weekends. Let's bring it back to some of our intentions. I even forgot what your intention was. I remember you had a hard time choosing one. What was your overall intention that you set for yourself last week?
It's a great question because I don't think I remember.
Come on, Steve.
What was it?
To work out while you were out there.
Oh yeah, yep, that was it. And I did do that one day.
How many push-ups?
No, I actually used their gym.
Oh, you went to the gym?
Yeah. So, but in my workout, I did push-ups. So I went. Yeah. So we got there Thursday. But I worked Thursday morning. We drove there Thursday, so I didn't do anything Thursday. Friday, I got up, worked out, and then Saturday, didn't do anything. Sunday, we left.
Like you left half the day, in the middle of the day, or it was like in the morning?
9 a.m.
And headed back?
Yeah, ate some breakfast with everybody.
How was that drive, though? Obviously, with
4 hours.
But how was it, though, like having like a daughter? Was she antsy throughout the whole thing, or was she just on a little iPad? She was chilling, sleeping?
She was chilling. She's at the age that she just chills in there. She got car sick once, but not throwing up, just felt sick.
Yeah.
But that's because she was looking at her iPad. Yeah.
Was this her first time like on the road like for that long, or
No. I mean, I've taken her to California by myself before.
Okay.
She's gone to New Mexico with Katie a few times. I mean, she's been traveling. So she's been on planes and been in car seats traveling kind of forever.
Nice. I mean, I don't have a kid. I would just only imagine some kids would just, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah, we didn't really get any of that. Yeah, no. The iPad is the saving grace there. Yeah. And I was just listening to podcasts and different things. So, yeah, it was a good time.
Nice, man.
So if I end up getting a condo, I'll let you know, and you can go take your lady out there.
Hey, I'm going to hold you accountable to that.
Yeah, no, of course, 100%. Let me see if I can figure out how to write some of it off and then go from there.
I mean, you got a good accountant. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah. So, anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you before we jump into sneakers, I had this question. How much do you care about the way people perceive you, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I would like to say I don't care, but that's probably a lie, you know? Like, obviously, I'm big into sneakers, and I just feel like, you know, especially...
More than visually look, more like attitude, more like the person you are, not how you dress and all that shit.
I mean, again, I like to say I don't care, but I think deep down inside there's a little care. But again, I also do YouTube videos, you know, and I know some people, when they see some negative comments on YouTube, they lose it. They get upset. I don't. I laugh it off. So, like, when people say something, oh, you're pretty boy Rob, you look like a caveman, I think that's just funny, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
like,
pretty funny.
Yeah, like, you know, so stuff like that. I have very tough skin and a dark sense of humor. So I personally like, you know, people, like, roasting me. I think it's funny. You know, it makes me laugh. And I know some people...
I mean, as long as it's not just fucking mean, yeah.
Yeah, but again, like, there's
but what about
fine line between, like, being mean and, again, that, like, dark sense of humor.
What about the way, like... What got me started thinking about this is I wonder sometimes how people perceive me, like, because I know I'm the boss and I know that, but I don't know, like, do people think I'm a dick? Do people think I'm nice? Is it sometimes I'm a dick, sometimes I'm nice? Like, should I care?
How do you perceive yourself? I think that's the real question.
I mean, I think that I'm overall pretty nice. I know that I can be a dick, and demanding, but it's not. I'm not doing that because I want to be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in the past, and it's kind of an interesting thing, is for me to get things that I wanted, I felt like I had to be a dick. So I think I've trained myself, like, to get my dad to listen to me when he's out doing whatever I had to like really get aggressive with him, or I had to get his attention somehow. And the way that I did that was by, like, being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And so I think I grew up doing that so I could get the attention that I was looking for and get things accomplished, if that makes any sense. Like, I felt like if I wasn't a dick to him, nothing would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I've carried some of that on, which I don't, and that's what I mean. Like, should I care that someone thinks I could be an asshole, or should I just not care?
Well, again, I'm just going to circle it back. I think it's how you perceive yourself is a little more important, because you're always going to be your biggest critic. At the end of the day, I know I can be a dick. I can be blunt. I just say how it is. That's how I perceive myself. Yeah. Are other people going to perceive that the same way? Yeah, of course, because that's how I know I'm like that.
So do you want to?
I'm my biggest critic.
Do you want to improve that? That's my second question.
Yeah, of course. Okay, you can always improve.
So you want to be a better person ultimately.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to offend anybody or upset anybody if you don't, like, you want to avoid hurting people's feelings and making people feel uncomfortable.
I don't think that's always the intention, though, if you were being a dick or you're just blunt. At least the way I see it, I'm not going at them, like, coming at them just because, but some people just are a little more emotional than others. So that's
true.
So, like, if I say something to one person, they may take it a lot more harsh just because they have softer skin. They don't, they might not have been raised the same way I've been raised. Yeah. So me saying something one way that I just speak to all my friends, and I say it to someone else, they might be like, yo, he's a fucking asshole. He's a dick. Like, but again, I just carry myself the same with everybody, in my opinion. So like the same attitude I'm gonna have towards you, I would have towards Akil, I would have towards Corey, I would have towards pretty much anyone, and that's something I need to work on. And I even with my girlfriend, I tell her like I need to not treat her like I'm a homie because I say some stupid shit, like, you know, I'm joking around, and it might hurt her feelings. But in my head, I'm just like, I'm just joking, I'm just playing. That's how I play with my friends. That's just how I've always been. So yes, I do need to work on that. And I think everyone, you know, there's always a room for growth and areas for an improvement. And that is definitely something I should be working on for sure. I know. I tell my girl all the time, like, you know, I have my issues I need to work on, and, you know, I need to learn how to communicate with you like you're my girlfriend, not like, you know what I'm saying, like you're just one of my boys and I bullshit and talk shit, you know.
Do you guys, what's it called when you do like the banter, jabbing, you know, like the passive aggressive? Do you fuck with her like that?
Kind of, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, see,
and I don't think she likes it. That's
what I've learned in the past is that is fun only for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And then people actually start taking offense to it. Mm-hmm. So because I used to be that in relationships too, just little jabs and just joking, but then at some point it doesn't become a joke.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't do that anymore. Like that's one of the things that I've picked up over the years is I try not to, you know, poke fun or poke people, just because I'm bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to start a conversation or just to get a reaction. It's really just to get a reaction. So, because I feel the same way. Like I want to. How do you become a better person? Right.
I think by recognizing it, just knowing that you're doing something that you probably shouldn't be doing. I think if you can just identify.
Wow, that shit happens all the time.
I know, but I just think that is the root cause, is to be able to identify knowing what you're doing and knowing that you should do better.
So are you?
That's the first step.
Because I'm very self-aware.
Yeah.
Like that is one, you know, I think quality that I have is I'm very self-aware with what I do and how I act. And I recognize those types of things, like when I'm being a fucking dick. But how do you... Again, recognizing it is one thing, but if you and I wanted to work on becoming just better human beings in general, and I'm not talking save the world and save hunger, just be more impactful in relationships that you have. Like
be more empathetical, stuff like
my buddy Justin's like the nicest dude in the world. Right. So he's who I went to, and I've known him since I was 5 years old, but he's just so fucking nice. And I don't, not that I want to be him or be that nice really, but he's got a quality that I appreciate because I'm not that nice. Mm-hmm. Like I would like to work on, you know, being more friendly, or I don't know what it is, but it's something that I think that I need to, you know, work on just for my own health, right?
Just going back to your buddy Justin, do you think that can be a weakness? His kindness, you know, they always say people taking kindness for weakness. He's too nice.
You
know, he's losing out on some things. Sometimes you gotta be a dick. Sometimes you gotta put your foot down and let it know how it is and what it is.
I'm sure that he can still do that, but what I'm saying is just he's just so friendly with people that he knows or his friends that I'm just a little more reserved, which I know it's just me because of what I've been through and whatever. But I would like to be a little more outgoing and friendly with people, you know, even my team here, right? Like connecting with people is hard for me. If it was up to me, dude, I'd be in a cave by myself, you know, with my lady and my kid, and
for sure,
that's it. But like one of the most recent books that I've been reading is called The Culture Solution. And really, culture is such a huge proponent of a successful business. And I think that that's one of the things that I'm kind of lacking is the ability to get that culture and everyone meshing. And I don't know, dude, it's a struggle that I have.
And I don't think you can just snap your fingers and it's there. That's something that builds and it takes over time by having the right people in the business that's going to mesh. You can't expect one person to just connect with another person.
But what if you have to? Like,
as
a CEO, I need to be able to connect. Really, if I want people to buy into this and really put in everything they have, I need to be able to connect with all of them in some capacity. Because otherwise, why would they do it? Like, they're doing it because it's a job, for one. But people that give the extra mile, like, there needs to be something more than just
the why,
the job, right? So how do I? Because I'm not super friendly, and I don't even, like, getting to know people is uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
How do I do that in my position so every one of my employees I know to a certain degree, and we just have a deeper connection than just, hey, what's up at the office? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a hard question. I've never been in those shoes, never wore that hat, so it's kind of hard for me to provide some, information on that.
Well, I'm not expecting you to give me an answer. I'm just kind of throwing out what was going through my mind when, I said I had a topic, because Justin he's really good at that.
What does he do? Does he own
he owns a business, but he worked at Raytheon. He's worked a bunch of jobs. We've worked together in the past, but he started a weed spraying, like, to kill your weeds and shit business. And he's doing pretty good with it now.
How many employees does he have?
I think he told me the other day they just got up to 22.
And then I'm sure you asked him these questions. Did you not ask him, like, were you on a personal trip?
No, because we were too busy doing other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd love to get him on the podcast at some point, though.
Bring him on.
He's got to come up from Tucson, yeah, but...
we'll make a trip. We'll go to Tucson. Fuck it.
Shit, I might go next weekend. I don't know. So, anyways, just something that was popping in my mind, like, how can I be a better person and really engage with people on a deeper level when I'm not really that good at it? That's a challenge that I face that I want to kind of work on somehow.
Was that book you're reading not kind of giving you examples or solutions to that?
No, it just says what you need to do, but that doesn't tell you how to do it.
Yeah, someone needs to write that book.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I have a book. That's a good idea, because I do have a book on, I think it's called How to Seduce People or something like that. I don't know. It's the author wrote something of power. I don't know. I'm sounding like quite the moron right now, but that's okay.
It's all good.
I got a book on how to connect, I think, that I just should probably pick up and see if it helps. Yeah.
Definitely check that out. Hey, well, we can talk about intentions again, because I know my intentions was to drink water.
Okay. Is that a gallon?
It's a gallon.
There you go. Oh, and Akil's, yeah, good. Good job, dude.
Trying, man. Cut out all soda. Haven't been drinking no soda.
Man.
Still drinking some coffee, in the morning. Sometimes I just need that extra.
I drink coffee every morning.
Even before the gym, when I go to the gym, like, if I don't drink a coffee in the morning, I drink it right before I go to the gym, kind of like a little pre-workout.
Yeah.
Help me get that little boost. But yeah, cut out everything, drinking water.
How you feeling?
Tired. Some days after the gym,
well,
man, it kicks my butt.
But you work a lot, so it's like the fact that you're working so many hours, you're already sleep deprived, and then actually pushing your body on top of that, that's a lot.
Yeah, the goal was to drink a gallon. It's been pretty challenging, though. Like, I'm only drinking water, but to get that whole gallon, that's a lot of water. I feel bloated.
Yeah, well,
and I'm trying to work on this stomach.
You pee a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, like 10 times a day. Yeah.
But yeah, that was my intention.
Well, good for you.
I mean, we could just kind of get into some of the sneaker stuff.
Yeah,
before we do that, do you have any, like, Rejuvenated news updates? I know it is May. We got a giveaway going on. You want to talk about that?
We do have a giveaway going on. Man, I'm so out of the loop. I don't know exactly. I know it's a couple pairs of sneakers if you win, or maybe $1,000.
So I think this is what it is from what I know. Shout out to everyone listening on YouTube. We hit 1.5 million subscribers. With that, we're giving some off-white ones. Actually, 3 winners. One winner's getting the off-white ones.
You sure? Don't miss
3 winners. No, 3 winners.
Okay. Are you sure it's not one or the other?
Service manager. I know what it is. Come on. Yeah. So off-white ones, off-white 5s, kind of the 1.5. And then the third place, you get $1,000 for Many Worlds. So you can pretty much shop at manyworlds.com.
Okay.
Or if you're local, come to the shop and get some gear.
How do they enter?
Shoes. Enter by hitting the link that's on the website. It should be a pop-up on the website. Don't quote me on that part. I'm not in the website developing team, so I don't know how that works. But you can check out some of our YouTubes. We pretty much got it in the description.
Okay.
Take you straight to the website.
When's it end?
So May, June.
So 1st of June.
I mean, it probably ends, before the 1st of June.
Okay, so this should come out this weekend, probably early next week. So they'll have 3 weeks probably about.
And I know last episode you also talked about our creative space. Any updates on that?
No updates. No
updates. But for people who's just listening, pretty much it's a creative space where you can come in, customize a shoe, hosted by Vic.
Yeah, it should be a good time. We're working on it now, but things take time.
I can feel that. In regards to sneakers, any recent pickups?
Me? No, I don't buy sneakers.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You don't got are you going to get the Travis Scotts? The ones that just dropped, the little olives?
Did they drop?
They dropped, I think, like a week ago.
Yeah, that is just.
I can see that's a Steve sneaker,
That is because that's one of my favorite shoes. Yeah, the Travis Scott lows. I'll probably buy those. Yeah, I didn't realize they came out. They came out when I was probably in Rocky Point, or before, a week before.
A little before, yeah. Okay. I think maybe summer. Don't quote me on that either.
Shows you how much I know.
Well, I'm not supposed to be buying sneakers because obviously I'm trying to save up for a house.
Yep.
But buying a house is actually next year's goal.
Okay.
So I bought some sneakers.
Okay, what'd you get?
I got the Wizard 3s. Are you familiar with those?
Nope.
They just dropped on Saturday.
No.
So pretty much think of it like a True Blue 3.
Okay.
But instead of the red, it got some copper hints.
I saw those.
It was like a PE that, Jordan wore while he played for the Wizards. It's just a dope shoe. I actually had some True Blue 3s that I got robbed. Crazy story. I'm going to tell you that just because we got time. So me and my cousin, we went on remember I told you cross-country road trip?
Yeah.
We went to Houston. When we got to Houston, we were like, yo, this is like the strip club capital. We got to do like a strip club tour. So we mapped it out. Went to the first strip club. I don't know if I got drugged, but I think we got drugged, man. Literally, we went to 3 different strip clubs that night.
Okay.
And we don't even remember leaving the first one. We were me and my cousin. Like my cousin, he's a professional drinker.
So how do you know that you went to 3?
Uber accounts. We tracked our Ubers to see where we went.
Okay.
And it showed an Uber when it took us here. Uber took us there.
Okay.
And we literally walked inside the club. I remember maybe the first 10, 15 minutes. I don't remember the next night. Next thing you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, me and my cousins woke up in a ditch. Literally sleeping in some ditch on the side of this strip club in Houston. And we're like waking each other up. Hey,
what time did you start the night?
Maybe like 10.
10.
Maybe
and
like
then
9:30, 10 o'clock.
And then at 3 a.m.?
Around 3 a.m.
Okay.
We woke up in a ditch. My cousin wakes me up. Yo, where we at? What's going on? And I woke up spinning. I don't know, like looking for my stuff. I noticed I'm barefoot. No shoes on my feet. My cousin got everything, and I just had no shoes on my feet. And I'm like, yo, where are my shoes? And he's like, I don't know. Like, how do we get here? Where are we at? And I was cold. Then we're like, just get an Uber to the hotel or to the room. We're at Airbnb. So we get to the Airbnb. Meanwhile, we're just thinking, like, I think we just like got in like a little drunken argument. Then we crashed out, woke up the next day, and we were like, yo, what the hell happened last night? And like for us both to black out, like within the first 20 minutes, of being at the first spot, not remembering anything. And then going to checking our Uber's account, seeing that we went to this spot, to this spot, to this spot, and then waking up in a ditch with my True Blues off my feet.
How much money you spent?
I think I had like maybe like $300 like to spend that night. I mean, I don't even remember. This was years ago, but like I brought the cash with me, and like, all right, this is what we're gonna spend the night.
Did you spend? Did you? Have
gone. All the money was
in
gone.
Your pockets.
All the money was gone. And then I guess we didn't even get inside because we called one of the Ubers, and he was like, "Yeah, I dropped you off, and then I seen you guys walk to the club when I was waiting for my ride. I seen you guys walk in the opposite direction because we started calling Ubers like, yo, we lost our wallet. Like, one of us couldn't find our wallet. And then so he was like, oh, no, nothing. But I saw you guys go inside the club or go to the club and you guys turned around. That's probably why you guys turned around, because you guys couldn't get in and no one had an ID or something. So luckily the Uber driver, and we were just like calling, trying to figure out like, yo, you ever see Do Where's My Car?
Yeah.
That's what it was. We were like, dude, where's my shoes? That's how it happened. So I'm assuming someone's seen us. They probably parked on the side of the ditch, like where all the cars park, seen 2 guys sleeping and was like, yo, those are some fresh shoes. swiped him right off my feet.
Rob's like, hey, there's a ditch over here. You want to go take a nap?
Yo, it looked comfortable.
That's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, so that was a horrible story. And, the True Blue 3s is probably not my favorite 3, but it's, it's a pretty dope shoe.
Yeah.
So I was like, these are similar to them. Got them on sneakers. So I hit on sneakers and got those.
Okay, well, congratulations.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah. I mean, you got some fresh Travis Scotts on right now, too.
I mean, they some trainers. They ain't
That's
that
okay.
fresh.
Yeah, still a cool shoe.
I like it. That's all that matters. I rock what I like. I was hyped.
Of course.
So that is my story in regards to my most recent sneaker pickups.
That's never happened to me, but I do got a story about motherfuckers getting jacked that Fran will appreciate. So we went to Vegas for SneakerCon. This might have been the first SneakerCon too. And they took a bunch of shoes to sell. We're talking Yeezys and all kinds of Yeezy ones and all kinds of shit. I think they may have even had Red Octobers. I don't remember. Instead of walking all the shoes down, like
from the van,
from the room to the van, they just opened the door and then set the shoes outside so they could go. Yeah, the hotel. So they didn't have to walk them all the way around. They ended up forgetting the shoes there and left.
Damn.
Like probably who knows, $5,000-$10,000 worth of shoes.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So when you see Fran, ask him about the losing shoes in Vegas trip. Yeah.
I mean, was this for like these were all
These were theirs. It was theirs. I don't know whose were whose, but they both had some good shit in there.
Damn, that's a horrible situation.
Yeah. Tried to call the hotel, and of course the security guard's like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Definitely a massive fail. But kind of speaking of fails, I know you're not in the sneakers app like I am, but they did just redrop a little restock of the reimagined ones. Yep. And pretty much everyone in the office was trying to get them.
Okay.
Everyone, There was, nowadays, it's like they're not even shock drops. The internet knows when they're dropping, what time, 11:23. They got specific times down. They could check the back end of the sneakers app and see when they're getting released. So pretty much everyone in the office knew, sneakers at this time, check the app. They're going to do a shock drop.
When was this? Friday?
Last week, maybe a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Before we shot the last podcast. That's for sure. And then, Akil, me, Miguel, Jordan,
who hit? You?
Fran.
Just you?
No one hit.
Oh, wow.
We couldn't even get to the checkout page.
Oh, well.
Like, it was literally the app, again, a massive fail.
That's why I don't fucking try, bro. I don't have time to waste like that.
But it's not just us. Pretty much everyone. It was all over social media pretty much saying how the sneakers app just crashed. No one could even check out. Wouldn't even let you. You might be able to select your size, but then when you're trying to hit submit payment, it wouldn't go through. I think I got the furthest in the building where it let me put my payment in, and it kept saying declined. I probably tried like 30 times, and I was like, well, I got to get back to work.
Hey, technology, man. It's when you get fucking 1 million people on the goddamn line.
That's what it is for sure. It's just crazy to me, like you're talking about technology, how they can't even do a shock drop now. It's literally, they see it on the back end. These web developers or someone, whatever you want to call them, they can see what to the exact time that they're going to drop.
Yeah. I mean, they'll make some adjustments and do some fake times or come up with some code, I'm sure, at some point. But, yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't try, man, because I'm tired of losing. I don't like to lose, and just every time I hit and then I got the fucking you were not chosen or whatever it says, drives me nuts.
I feel. I mean, it's part of the culture at this point.
And I'm not trying to spend money on shoes, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I
got 80 pairs of shoes. Do I really need another pair? No, I don't. So
that's what I'm saying. When I hit, to me, it's like, or when I don't hit, it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying?
True.
Unless they're like a Travis Scott shoe, it's like where I know, like I can. It's an investment. I could wear it.
What are those Travis Scotts going for?
It depends on the size. I think it was supposed to be like literally the highest amount being dropped out of all the Travis Scotts ever. Yeah. But I know my size specifically, like $1,000. It's technically it's a women's shoe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they have extended sizes. So I don't even know if they got them in your size.
Well, I'll look.
They might, but yeah, I think mine was like $1,000. But I think some of the lower girl sizes probably like $600-$700 sitting around there.
Yeah, that's just my favorite silhouette. So, what else is coming out?
I mean, there's a lot coming out. When this week they got some ones, elephant print. The list goes on and on, really, of shoes that are coming out. I mean, I think I got a little list right here. I mean, they did talk about the Galaxy foams being.
Yep.
You see those?
Yeah. I mean,
You were never a fan of the Galaxy foams?
I'm not a big foam person.
But the Galaxy foams, that's different.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like it. I just don't like foams. They're too constricting on my feet. I like something a little more comfortable. Like the sole on them is good, but you know, they're just so tight on the sides of your feet that it's not my thing.
I personally like them. To me, when I was really getting into sneakers, that was like the first sneaker I've ever seen like over $1,000.
Yeah,
you know, that was kind of like the launch of reselling the sneakers, being able to hit for $1,000 plus. Nowadays, every other shoe,
well, that's what's funny
for $1,000.
is back in the day, it was like, hey, what you got on your feet, and if it was $500, you were balling.
Yeah,
like that was big time. Now it's like if it's not $2,000, like if it's not $1,500 or $1,000, it's like considered not that special.
What do you think caused that? Just the
popularity,
sneaker culture, popularity,
yeah.
just more
Inflation.
people with money, inflation.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's also stems from like luxury becoming so like acceptable in like the streetwear scene.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you think of a $800,000 shoe, that's a normal price for Balenciagas, and people are wearing that all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like if they can sell that for retail, why can't an aftermarket price be that for like a Covenant sneaker in the sneaker industry?
Yeah, if it's popular. Yeah. I mean, the merge of streetwear and high fashion is super high, so
that's kind of where I think all these off the wall prices
that probably is adding to it. It's a culmination of things, yeah.
Hey, well, what about you talked about earlier about building culture in the company. I got the perfect idea how we can build some culture here.
Okay.
We go check out the movie Air.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No. I thought we were already planning on doing that.
I don't know, but I think we should do it.
Dude, they were supposed to set that up. I don't know why that didn't happen. Yeah.
I actually seen the movie, and I want to see it again. It was a pretty dope movie.
I heard that it's interesting shots of Jordan because they never show his face. It's just his back or some shit.
Yeah.
Back of his head.
I mean, personally, I liked how they did it, but I don't want to ruin the movie for anyone.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean,
he just ruined it.
I read the book, so
they don't show his face. But I was thinking like they didn't show his face because like for most of the movie, Jordan didn't know if he wanted to sign with Nike until the end. So I was like, okay, that's like the videographer showing like he's not interested. That's why we're not showing his face. But right when he signed, I was like, oh, this is where they're going to show his face.
Who are they going to get?
I mean, they had an actor, someone.
I mean, Jordan's Jordan. You got to find.
One of his sons.
Maybe. I don't even know how much they look like him.
Yeah.
Marcus, the guy that's dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. You know about that?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah, one of Michael Jordan's sons is dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
And so she has to be 20 years older than him?
She's probably close to
18 to 20 years older than him? Yeah. Hey, shout out to you. Little cougar chaser. I see you, bro.
This just kind of it's just weird, though, a little bit. Like
a little bit, yeah.
So
I wonder how that even happened. Like, who
knows?
Yeah,
whatever.
One of the crazy parties.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Industry. Yeah, I mean, I want to see Air. I read the book, so if you haven't read Shoe Dog, it's pretty good.
I do want to read it. Yeah. It's on my Amazon little Prime.
Yeah, you should get that. It's super easy, and it's like it's intriguing enough to like keep your attention to. Like you want to keep reading it.
Are you familiar with NFTs? You are. Like, what is your take on NFTs?
The take is I want my money back.
Tell us about your experience with NFTs. If you invested in some.
So, yeah, I invested in some. So I own a Nike monolith right now that I haven't even opened.
What exactly is that?
Your guess is as good as mine, bro. I don't know. All I know is I was communicating with people like Ruben from Roughneck was super into it. I was trying to get Reshoevnator into the NFT game, so I started like looking into it. I bought a few. One of my buddies did NFTs, Timmy, I Am Sloth. Which I lost. So I've probably spent $60,000 on NFTs, and I don't know if they're worth $1. Yeah, I don't know.
I've never invested in them. Again, I think it's like if you got the money to invest, why not? Maybe someday.
I invested like right before everything took a big fucking kaput.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the timing for me was too late.
The reason why I'm bringing this up, though, is because the sneakers app is kind of pushing NFTs. They got a new program called Dot Swoosh, and they're pretty much coming up with, an NFT version of an Air Force One. They're supposed to be like, I think, close to 2,000 different ones that you can get, and they're selling them for $19.89. Would you invest in that? Again, this is like a solidified backing coming directly from Nike.
I mean,
it's not one of your boys.
Well, $20, you got nothing to lose.
For sure.
I don't think they'll be worth anything more than that, but if you can get them, how many are they doing?
So apparently, I think they're supposed to be like 19 to 2,000 different colorways, different styles that you can get. But the most covenant one, the one that they're saying there's only a few of, is an all-white Air Force One. So they're saying they're pretty much putting a reverse take. Right now, the all-white Air Force One is the most popular Air Force One. Everyone has it. But in the NFT realm, that's going to be the most rarest one, is to be able to have an all-white Air Force One.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to try all that hard. I'll be honest with you.
I want to try again. It's $20.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? The thing that I see, the only way it's going to really take off and launch, is if you could use these NFT purchases inside video games. So just imagine, you spent $20 on an NFT.
Yeah, it's like a skin.
Yeah, it's like a skin in Fortnite. But now you can put it on your 2K characters. They could be wearing some crazy Air Force Ones that you got. Your Grand Theft Auto character can run around rocking some, some Nikes or.
I mean, I think that's a great idea, especially if you're playing online and you're into that shit. You could be the one that has those. Yeah, I think that's cool.
I think that's the only way like the NFT realm is going to work. And I think they pushed it with the wrong business. Like, you have to start with video games consumers. You got to be able to have one consensus. Like, all these NFTs are going to be able to work across the board. Whatever video games you play, whatever NFT skins, characters, art you buy, you can put it. If you buy a piece of art, now you can put it inside your house that you bought in Grand Theft Auto. And you could look at it, and anyone in the online world can go inside your house and look at your art or something like that.
Yeah.
It has to get pushed through the video game realm. I think they pushed it with a different lens, more like art. You're supporting, an artist, a company, these whoever you supported. I'm sorry.
I mean, I bought a Nike. I mean, I didn't.
But was it with Nike or was it?
No, it was the Nike monolith was with Nike. I bought a few though. I don't even know. So yeah, I try not to think about it because every time I think about it, I'm like, wow, what a big waste of money that was.
It's something that I do want to think about because I think there is a potential there in the future. Yeah. It kind of started, it was on a rise.
Yeah, no, it was.
And it just
made me jump in and then
crash.
Blew up like a motherfucker.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
So I'm going to stick to investing in, tangible shit like real estate and other things, not, something that's online.
For sure. What about land? Would you ever just buy like a square of land?
Yeah.
Like,
land.
I think that's probably the biggest investment because you got to think like,
I mean, if you can even
20 years from now, like
if you can even find land, I mean,
I think you can, but you have to get it like somewhere like in Oregon or some shit,
But even then, man, there's that shit is hard to find. I mean, you can still get it, but most people have already gone and purchased most of the good land. So people,
but you never know like what's going to be next or what's like in the next 20 years. Again, when you're doing something like that, that's a long-term investment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just got to pay for it.
Do you own any land or real estate?
Yeah, real estate, no land.
No land.
I mean, I got 3 houses and the building here and,
next one's coming in Mexico?
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. It was nice, man. Yeah, so hopefully, I'd love to take a meeting from the balcony and turn my desk around. People think it's a screenshot, but really it's not a screensaver or my backdrop. It's real life.
That's cool. Yeah, that'd be fire for sure. And especially when you send me out there with my girlfriend as well, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that's what's up. So,
all right, man. I mean, that's pretty much all I got for sneakers.
Yeah.
I think we have to circle back around and talk about our intentions as we do every week.
Yep, let's do it. What are your intentions this week?
I was just about to ask you.
No, I asked you first. You're going to keep drinking water, keep going to the gym. Congratulations. Good job on that. I did see Akil. He made sure. I said, oh, you've been going. He said, yeah, I'm trying to get in there 3 days a week. Why don't you say that on your podcast? So I'm going to shout him out. He's gone A few times.
Yeah, I've seen him in there.
Yeah.
This week, not today, not yesterday. He went Monday, so that means Thursday and Friday he got to be there.
Okay. Well, he didn't make it today to work, so we'll see. So
right,
what's a new intention?
Let me think, because obviously I've been stacking.
That's okay. It's
but
good for you.
It's not, though, because you were talking about if you really want to do something right, you got to focus on one thing.
Yeah, but it depends on what it is. I mean, you're talking lifestyle changes. Drinking water, you're going to drink something regardless. So that, to me, is just a choice. You're not doing anything other than what you would be doing on a normal day. You're just drinking something different and maybe more of it.
Yeah, I mean, last week having Shane on the podcast, pretty much a health guru, fitness, lifestyle, for him to tell me like you got to meal prep the rest of your life, like it's a lifestyle. I was like, bro. Like,
well, I mean, within reason, I think what he meant to say is get yourself to a point where you're happy with the results, and then you can explore other options. But I mean, it is a lifestyle, especially the older you get, man. How old are you? 30?
30, yeah.
I'm 46. So I went away, put it this way, this weekend weighing 195. I came back weighing 201. I mean, 6 pounds in a weekend's a lot of fucking weight.
It's all the cerveza. All the beer, man.
And beans and food and
fucking tacos.
Yeah, all the above. So, you know, the older you get, the more you got to really pay attention. And you can go outside the line sometimes, but if you want to stay in shape, I want to be like in the best shape of my life in my 50s. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Hey man, I'm saying I'm working on it.
Yeah,
so
now
I'm
you are
still drinking the water. I've been meal prepping. Got the chicken with the broccoli this week.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All week. Continuing going to the gym. Really thinking of this week's intention. I'm trying to really think of something that's going to challenge me that I haven't been doing.
Read.
You got a book for me?
I got a book. I got a few books.
Less than 60 pages?
No, not less than 60 pages, but I'm sure there's something in there that you could take.
For sure, yeah. After this, we'll go back to your office and we'll go check out a book.
Okay.
And that'll be my intentions. I'll start reading.
Okay. I'm going to work on being more friendly. How's that? Is that a good one?
I don't know.
I think it's a good one.
Challenging, right?
Yeah. I mean, one of these days, I'm going to try and post more and be more active on social media. I'm just not quite ready for that commitment yet. Because
I think if that is going to be your intention to be more friendly, you should have maybe a couple things that you need to do to make you be more friendly. So what are you going to do? Just saying I'll be more friendly. How am I going to hold you accountable next week to see if you are more friendly?
Well, I will say hello to everybody. That's one thing that I can do.
Okay.
Instead of just walking by and passing people in the hallway. And I can just go out of my way to be more, talkative. Shoot the shit, I guess.
Small talk?
Yeah, small talk.
So
which I'm not good at.
Yeah, me neither.
So, I mean, I think those are two things that if I can put forth the effort into those, I think that's a win.
I think that's the win too.
Yeah, because it's like training, really. It's like creating a new habit. It's not that hard. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It's when I don't do it that I need to force myself, hey, just because you don't want to say hello, I mean, it still you should be friendly to people and be nice. Otherwise, they may think that you don't like them or you're a dick or whatever.
Sometimes a smile. Just a smile can go a long way.
Yeah.
Throughout the
That
day.
too. And I'm not good at that either, so.
You got a nice smile.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's a good wrap it up. It's getting hot in here. I wish they would have left the AC on because it is summertime.
Sweating.
Yeah, it's hot. But, this is episode 8. So, definitely, we appreciate you listening if you did. And hopefully you got some value out of this. We kind of went all over the place on this podcast, but that's okay. We're just trying to be better. Again, we're just a couple of regular motherfuckers that are trying to figure it out like you. So if you're trying to figure it out, this is a good podcast for you because we're doing the same shit. We don't know it all. We haven't figured it out, and we're don't claim that we have. So if that sounds of interest to you, you want to come on that journey with us, please do.
Listen, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Again, believing in time's mine. If I shine, you shine. We in this from the start. Take the game for the fame, but not to play the part. On my feet again, ready to breathe again, believing in time's mine. If I shine, you shine.